Hello, this is Ametamartha with the first quarter moon reading on May 8th, and this will be the energy that will last us through to the 16th full moon. So I ask the higher divine realms to offer me clear guided messages to relay to the collective regarding the energy that we are all experiencing currently in our life right now. So when this Hermit flipped out, the Sun card immediately did like a full flip in my hands. So I will bring that back up. We have a little extra this week. I think as we have been making shifts in the collective conscious, in our individual life experience, we are learning how to gain a bit of control and mastery over our own concept of personal power, shifting through things that no longer serve us in order for us to continue on our path with whatever new beginning we are intending to embark on. However, with the Ace of Swords coupled with the Wheel of Fortune both in reverse here right after, I think that there's like a refinement of the things that we are trying to really get our heads wrapped around before we communicate those things and create a real reality from them, because maybe there are not really open opportunities for us to express these things just yet, or we are at least not taking those opportunities because of the time that we are taking to process what's coming up. We're taking those opportunities, or instead of taking those opportunities, we are trying to learn how to balance what we have before us and putting some extra work in so that we can really fully understand what we have before us before we go ahead and speak on those emotions while they are charged. Maybe just gaining a bit of perspective, going inward with the Hermit here, and with the Sun flipping through, the time that we're taking right now to go inward and do these reflections is going to bring a whole new perspective like I have mentioned. Now with the Hierophant in reverse and then the Two of Cups here, I think we are breaking down the ideas that we've had more traditionally in the past, things that we were programmed to believe. We're learning how to have more of an experienced-based opinion that is suitable for each and every individual life and what these new concepts mean to you as you go through these shifts. And then we will have gained that perspective and understanding of ourselves before we go ahead and choose to offer it. We're allowing ourselves to access like an inner balance and peace before we try to put that into practice by creating balance and peace with this new mindset with people in our lives, because it is our responsibility to preserve this thing that we have growing, before we go ahead and set off and take that time to embark on it fully in the physical. Though what is coming up next is movement toward that. So there definitely is something in the works happening. Can we have some clarifiers on the collective growth? Okay. So we also have the Queen of the Queen of Cups. So we are really, with them both in reverse, we are taking the opportunity to actually deeply balance and ground our once emotional response to what this maturity or whatever has caused the trigger of this maturity to spawn in each of us, so that we can fully grasp this new perspective before we take action on it. We want to make sure that we are in control and treating ourselves fairly and gently, and really reprogramming the conscious and subconscious minds to establish new beliefs around these previous feelings that we've had. And, with it being the divine counterparts, this also has to do with the way that we choose to apply what we're learning to our relationships in general. Our relationship with ourselves, our relationships with our parents, our relationships with our colleagues, our relationships with our friends and loved ones in general. Taking a look at what there is within that needs to have that refinement. We also have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, but still it's just not here yet. But this is a lot of prosperity and abundance and growth. So in the physical. So this really is just a time for us to take everything that we are perceiving, put it through a filter, and strain out what is no longer in service of us, what we are outgrowing on our spiritual journey. So once we do this work in balancing, what will come after this Eight of Wands, please? We will no longer feel beaten and defeated by our past experience with the emotions around this. Whatever has triggered the experience we're all individually going through right now is there to allow us to put the work in so that we no longer feel so beaten by it. If we didn't have things come up for us to acknowledge what we have going on beneath the surface, then we would never be met with the opportunity to go inward and shine light on those shadow aspects so that we could heal them and further integrate, so that we could continue on our path to wholeness and shared balance and emotional peace and self-control. So now I will go to the Ask Your Guides Oracle deck. This comes from the Ask Your Guides book by Sonia Choquette. It's in the description box below every video. And these are just the beings that are around us right now who would like to guide us this week. Hooray for the extra support. We have imagination with the inner child. We have physical body with Gaia, death with our guardian angels, and decisions with the higher self. So I'll try to let you see the imagery here. We have butterflies and flowers and stars and a child dancing, frolicking, but that's a lot of transformative energy anyway. These are kind of glared. So Then we obviously have a representation of Gaia. The fruit, fruit of our labor. What we have lost. We have beings around us to protect us. We have not lost our ability to continue. And then we also have the higher self. Interesting how there is a direct path coming from the heart center, but then also if you look at the arms, it's like doesn't matter which road we take, which way we go, we still will end up in connection with the higher self. And look, the person is even trying, or they're being tempted to go these separate ways, like away from self. But it's like, even if we do stray on these different paths that lead us away from the higher self, it's still, there will be option to return. So I'm going to read from the booklet to get some clearer messages behind these cards. Imagination with the inner child. Nocturnal dreams, daydreaming, reverence, fantasy. Your divine inner child spirit is knocking at your door, inviting you to step away from all serious from a serious life filled with too much work and drudgery, and allow yourself some well-deserved playtime. Your life is presently over-controlled by others' needs, much too burdened with responsibility. Consequently, you're losing touch with your inspiration and creativity. Listen to your inner child. Take time to daydream, fantasize, visualize, wonder, and explore. Feed your inner child with art classes, theater tickets, concerts, and other types of recreational activities. If you don't honor your inner child's needs, they will get your attention by throwing one heck of a childish tantrum and manifesting in chaotic bad moods or a nasty depression. You need this magic right now. Your inner child's message is play with me. Oof. Physical body with Gaia. Nutrition, physical well-being, groundedness, practicality. Gaia, the divine earth mother, is present, making you aware of your marvelous physical body, her great gift to you. Be grateful for this gift. It's a wondrous temporary home for your spirit. She asks you to give it the respect and attention it deserves and needs, so take care of it with love and attention. Give it adequate rest, a proper diet, and a calm and peaceful environment. Spend time with nature, as the earth is your true mother, or is the true mother to your body, and will restore it. The better you care for your body, the more it will serve your spirit. Listen to your body, its gut feelings, its flutters and impulses, as Gaia speaks to you through it. This is the Earth Mother cradling you, protecting you, guiding you through each day. She advises you not to live in your head alone and ignore your physical self. Without a strong connection to your body, you will be weakened and unable to achieve your goals. Gaia's message is to pay attention to your body. Death with guardian angels, devastation, surrender, defeat, humiliation. As hard as this may be to admit, it's time to give up on your present efforts and walk away from a situation that has no more life in it. Whether it is a dead-end job, a relationship that's run its course, a pattern of behavior that's no longer getting you what you want, and recognizing what isn't working anymore. there are times in life when things and circumstances come to a natural end, some of which may seem beyond your control, and this is one of those times. Your guardian angels are surrounding you as the reality of the dead end situation settles in. They comfort you at a time when it appears as though all is lost. Although you're not experiencing a physical death, your angels indicate that something has indeed died, and that which has been harming you in your spirit. The good news is that the worst is already occurring. It will not get any more The good news is that the worst has already occurred. It will not get any worse than this, and soon a new day will dawn. As hard as it can be to admit, accept that defeat, because the sooner that you do, the sooner the real gifts you seek will appear in the right from the right resources. This is not an easy time for you, but it will become easier as you let go. Your guardian's angel's message is let go and let God take over and move on. Oof. And these are 31, 30, and then 32. So it's kind of like maybe we were having a progression and then we went back and now we're being propelled. Decisions with the higher self. Confusion, quandary, ambivalence, fuggling. You're faced with many choices and aren't sure what to do. Leave or stay, terminate or recommit, stop or continue, work or stay. Life is an endless stream of choices, and doing what's best is never a simple thing. Fortunately, your higher self can help you resolve these difficult decisions, especially if you're willing to let some of the balls you juggle drop to the wayside for now. The key to making the best choices is to simply follow your heart and attend only what you care about right now. Focus on your priorities that feed your spirit, and don't become overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others. Ask your higher self to help you discern and trust in what requires your attention right now, and be willing to disappoint people. Your higher self assures you that what falls by the wayside isn't important in the long run, despite the drama in the moment. The message for you is, don't try to be all things to all people. It's a waste of time, and you'll surely fail. So obviously we are in a transitional phase right now that is calling for us to refocus our attention and refine our idea of what we truly want, so that we can further access what's truly for us and being called for us to enter a union of. So as we move forward this week, I bless you with the ability to slow down enough to do this work, and the strength to continue through it as it begins to cause struggle and perceptions of harm. And I hope that you have a genuinely good week. Otherwise, thank you.